Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the...
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants.
Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis, and for the Dolphins, what a turnaround under first-year head coach Mike McDaniel. This is a franchise that did not win a playoff game since the year 2000. But wow, I mean, they're AFC champions.
Give them a big amount of credit for getting here. And how about this franchise in total? They have won the Super Bowl twice. But those were Super Bowls 7 and 8 in 1973-74. They are so excited to be back in the big game.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. They finished with losing seasons 8 of the last 9 years, including, you remember, 4-13 last year. But now here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And making it even more prestigious, they have not won a playoff game in a decade. In fact, their last playoff win was Super Bowl 46 back in 2012.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all of those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first down again at their own 21-yard line. Here we go, here we go!
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Richardson off the play fake. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fielded at the 33. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Barkley will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Barkley again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Giants will add to their first quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
There, Richardson back to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Richardson to throw off play action. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A first down carry for Barkley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
Finding space at the 40.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
21-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they've picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Jackson going to run again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 31 yards. And the Giants continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Giants! DeAndre Hopkins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote the word smoking the bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He hits Adams, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Richardson off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. Now Richardson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And it's complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 94 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl. Second down, here's an option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Giants! Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Richardson on 3rd and short. That's out to Hill, right side complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Richardson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Richardson to throw off play action. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Richardson. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
13 yards on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. This time, Jackson will throw it. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the 4th time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are, that they're still coming through and forcing miscues with a Lombardi Trophy on the line.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. the middle with Eckler. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From 19 yards away.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And Mike,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. George Kittle with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Giants are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His fifth touchdown pass of the game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Play action. It's Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10.
Off play action. Richardson.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson, and he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's the option, running right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of the lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on